All right, Bill Marshall, it is an honor to be here and chatting with you this afternoon about your grandfather, who was really an incredible man. He was a legend and a pioneer amongst sports here in the state of Minnesota. How proud are you of what he was able to do and the impact he made?
Well, he was quite a guy, and it's unbelievable what he was able to do in that era through his own determination. And he was a very determined sort of person. And his attributes were he had a deep faith in God and in himself. I'm so grateful that he's being acknowledged finally in a more appropriate way.
Yeah, and not only did he help break the color barrier in the sports world, but he was a great businessman as well. He was a lawyer. He became the state's grain commissioner. How important do you think that was for him to not only make an impact on the sports world, but also to find ways to impact people in the business world as well?
Well, he was the type of person that never let other people put him down. He had, like I said, believed in education first, and that was the key. If you're educated, you're going to come out a lot better at the end of the day. He was amazing for being the first graduate of the U Law School that was a minority. He, used that and gave out free advice to people actually in his neighborhood on Sunday afternoons on his porch. He was just that kind of guy that was always active and on the go.
Your grandfather was maybe most well known for baseball and football, but I hear that it was actually hockey that was his favorite sport. What did he love so much about the game of hockey?
Well, amazingly, he used to play down at the old Nicollet Field, which is Martin Luther King Field today, against high school kids from Central and Washburn until he was 60 years old in pickup games and could more than hold his own. As a child, he used to take me to all the Gopher hockey games. And, he was a big fan of hockey in general, and he loved the Millers hockey team and hated the St. Paul Saints.
The National Hockey League has really made it a point to help grow the game and make the game more diverse. How proud do you think your grandfather would be of the efforts to see really how far the game has come in that sense?
I think he'd be extremely proud. When I was a kid growing up, it wasn't as unusual for minorities to play hockey as it became in later years. I think that has to do with a lot of people have moved here and didn't have a background in hockey, and didn't understand the game, because hockey today is a national game. When I was a kid, it was a very regional game.
I know your grandfather would be proud of that. I know he'd be proud of you as well and everything that you've done with the game of hockey. So we really appreciate you joining us here today to tell us a little bit about yourself and also your grandfather, who was a great man as well.
Well, thank you and God bless.
And thank you, Bill.